11 years after the Battle of Yavin, with the remaining Imperial forces no longer believed to be a great threat, Luke believed he was ready to start committing his time to rebuild and bring back the Jedi Order to the galaxy. But how did Luke build and refine his new Jedi Order compared to the previous Jedi Order? Let's dive into it. This material comes from Star Wars Legends. Luke established his new Jedi Temple on Yavin 4 using the old Jedi Temple the Rebel Alliance used during the attack on the first Death Star, where it was called the Jedi Praxium. This temple served as the Jedi headquarters for 15 years until it was destroyed by the Uzang Vong. When creating his new Jedi Order, Luke looked at the failures and shortcomings of the previous Jedi Order, creating a less restrictive and vastly different Jedi Order. Eventually, Luke's new order grew into a very respected institution for the New Republic. Luke's new Jedi Order initially only began with 12 students, but slowly grew over the years to where it eventually had a few hundred students, which was only a fraction of the number of members the old Jedi Order had. Luke was far more flexible when it came to teaching his students. Luke believed that his students should learn about the Force through their own experiences rather than formal lectures. Each student would have their own individual path with the Force and would be able to learn at their own pace. Luke encouraged his students to listen to the will of the Force and let it guide them, which is very Qui-Gon Jinn-like. Luke also encouraged his students to not think about their actions, but to just do them, which was what Yoda told Luke in The Empire Strikes Back. Do or do not, there is no try. When Luke's new Jedi Order was first getting started, there were only a few Masters and Knights, mostly those who were survivors of Order 66 and came out of hiding when they heard about Luke's new Jedi Order. Because of the lack of Masters and Knights, each one had to take on multiple apprentices at the same time, which was different than the previous Jedi Order. Luke also established some less restrictive rules. Unlike the previous Jedi Order, Luke's new Jedi Order allowed members to form personal relationships and even marry, a change that he believed was a source of strength rather than weakness. Even Luke himself eventually got married. The traditional Jedi robes were also no longer mandatory, and students could wear whatever they wanted, even battle armor. However, the traditional Jedi robes were standard for formal ceremonies. One of the biggest changes Luke ended up making with his new Jedi Order was with the Jedi Council. While hesitant at first, Luke eventually decided to create a Jedi Council of his own. This council had its authority limited to avoid any corruption that plagued the previous Jedi Order. This new Jedi Council was disconnected from any and all politics from the New Republic. Luke made these changes because he believed that politics were a major catalyst in the downfall of the previous Jedi Order. While Luke wanted the Jedi to be detached from politics around the galaxy, he encouraged his members to go out and be involved in the galaxy even during times of peace. This showed that this new Jedi Order wasn't so closed off and closed-minded like the previous one, as Luke wanted to clear up a lot of the misconceptions about the Jedi. Luke's view on the dark side and how to deal with it was far different than the previous Jedi, as his experience had a lot to do with his beliefs. The old Jedi's view on the dark side was to destroy it completely, killing any dark side users. Luke strongly believed in redemption and second chances, as he believed anybody could turn to the dark side, just as anyone was capable of turning back to the light, as we saw this with his father, Anakin Skywalker. While Luke knew he couldn't save everyone, Luke wanted to help those who were taken by the dark side rather than trying to eradicate it. Based on his own personal experience and teaching, Luke brought a different view on how the Jedi Order should be run. I think that in Legends, Luke had the right idea about the Jedi and what they should represent, where in the end, Luke takes a lot of the lessons he learned from Yoda to heart and creates a Jedi Order that flourishes. So let me know, do you agree with a lot of the changes Luke made to his new Jedi Order? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.